Two boys played against strong winds during a live news report, and one briefly lifted into the air.
We can't call this unusual weather. Can't call this unusual weather. Normal weather, that's all.
Huge building fire broke out as firefighters battled the flames in daylight. Aircraft released dazzling flares across the sky in a spectacular display. Mall ceiling collapsed as water poured down while shoppers watched in shock. Thousands of birds filled the sky in a breathtaking formation. Earthquake vibrations rippled through a swimming pool, stunning nearby witnesses.
What the fuck is happening? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
So this is our
Dark smoke and flames spread across the horizon as fire consumed the entire area.
day.
Vehicles smashed into a house, crushing both the structure and itself. Out-of-control truck flipped on the highway, tearing apart its side. Windstorm demolishes shelters and homes as residents watch in terror. Rescuers navigate dangerous floodwaters to save both people and animals across the submerged area. Another powerful explosion echoed through the city, releasing clouds of smoke. Floodwater destroyed a mountain bridge and continued tearing through everything ahead. Surging water streams damaged homes throughout the mountain streets. Electric poles collapsed onto the road, trapping a truck and live wires as people ran.
ไปมึงโดนเสาไฟ
เริ่มการบรรจุมีไฟเริ่มการบรรจุมีวิดีโอฉุกเฉิน
Ash filled the air as a tornado dragged fire remnants across the area. Landslide combined with violent winds erased shelters across the mountains. Dense fog swallowed the area, forcing people to scramble for shelter. Wall collapsed onto a parked car, prompting the man inside to escape just in time. Powerful winds pushed vehicles sideways on the road, forcing drivers to fight for control. Fish lunged toward a man on a boat, turning a calm lake moment into panic. Winds ripped apart structures near a building, leaving nothing intact. Rocks cascaded down the mountainside as a driver reversed just in time to survive. Floodwaters swallowed streets and homes, reshaping the entire area in minutes.
Gelap sekali.
Ini dari Gunung Sawur.
Violent wind tears apart a house. Rows of temporary shelters collapse onto the street as extreme winds sweep through the area without mercy. Powerful earthquake rattles an entire building, sending objects crashing as fear spreads instantly indoors. Man nearly gets lifted by fierce winds outside a building but manages to slam the door shut just in time. Trees crash onto a street as a terrified woman freezes, while one trunk crushes a parked car from above. Lightning strikes across a city during heavy rain, filling the streets with fear and thunderous echoes. Mountain landslide hurls rocks onto a road, blocking access completely and leaving destruction behind. Strong earthquake shakes the ground violently, terrifying residents as structures tremble around them. Lightning slams into an open field as people record nearby, instantly realizing how close danger is. Gusting winds disrupt traffic on a wet road, forcing bikers to fight for balance just to stay upright. snow skater narrowly avoids an avalanche on a mountain slope, escaping with seconds to spare. Floodwaters wipe out homes across a wide area as people watch helplessly from higher ground. Roof is ripped from a building by extreme winds and thrown onto the street in pieces. Landslide blocks an entire mountain route, launching massive rocks and dust into the air. Truck attempts to cross flood-covered road and flips over, stunning everyone watching nearby.
Đùm nhảy tới khi dư là được thôi. Con lên xe. Được.
Wind-driven storm blankets the area, tearing into streets and buildings near residential blocks. Landslide erupts directly in front of a driver on a highway, forcing a rapid retreat that saves his life. Lightning strikes through thick clouds, cracking across the area with sudden intensity.
Oh my God!
Tornado forms beneath dark clouds and begins moving across an open field as people watch in fear. Spinning tornado sends dust through a city area, creating chaos as crowds stare in disbelief.
What the hell?
Powerful waves slam into a dock and park boards, soaking everything as fog thickens the scene. Floodwater floods city streets, submerging cars and eating away at buildings from below.
That's what extreme weather looks like. Homes, businesses.
Snake glides across the water's surface before vanishing beneath it without a trace. Flood engulfs vehicles, streets, and buildings, overwhelming nearly an entire city in its path. Rising water rushes through streets as people scramble for shelter inside nearby buildings. Cow becomes trapped in fast-moving floodwater as people desperately try to rescue it. Extreme winds rip apart a house roof, scattering debris across the area. Floodwater surrounds a pedestrian on a submerged street, cutting off all safe paths forward. Dog stands stranded on a flooded shelter, trembling as water swallows everything around it. Water pours into homes, destroying belongings as residents struggle to hold doors shut in panic.
Likod sa among balay, baha na kayo ang mga river, dako na kayo siya. Sumona ni sold ng tubig sa amuang village.
Flood lifts garbage and debris into motion, turning the area into a floating mess. Entire neighborhoods are left in ruins after floods destroy homes, leaving residents devastated. Landslide erupts near construction workers, forcing one to flee in a vehicle as a massive rock narrowly misses him. Huge rock tumbles toward a moving car on a mountain road, stopped only by quick braking. Landslide crashes down in front of fleeing people, who barely escape the collapsing slope. Lightning strikes a rainy street, sending people scrambling for safety. Mountain floods sweep away homes and trees, erasing the landscape in moments. Sudden surge of water pours into a mountain area, sending people running in fear. Massive waves smash into seaside rocks, drenching everyone standing nearby. Road collapses along its edge during a landslide while traffic continues moving nearby. Rising floodwaters swallow streets and vehicles, destroying infrastructure in full view of residents. Tornado appears suddenly in an open field, sending a man running for his life.
Outbuilding! Everybody get in there quickly!
Earthquake shakes a shop violently, forcing workers to flee outside to survive. Powerful water surge knocks people off their feet as crowds try to escape the flooding. Landslide drops trees across a mountain road, terrifying everyone watching nearby. Cloudburst over a mountain glows under reflected light, creating beauty amid danger. Tree crashes down near a man by a backyard pool, missing him by seconds as he escapes. Floodwater tore through the area as a vehicle became trapped with a man inside desperately signaling for help. Massive landslide crashed onto the road in front of a stunned policeman who quickly blocked the path. Mountain landslide swept across the land, crushing trees in its path while crowds watched helplessly. Raging floodwater spread through city streets, swallowing houses as panic filled the air. Earthquake tremors shook both people and animals outside a building, leaving everyone confused. Another landslide tore down homes and roads, completely wiping out the area in seconds. Violent water pressure blasted through a building's walls, flooding rooms and leaving destruction behind. High-pressure water burst from buildings and destroyed homes in broad daylight as residents watched in horror. Powerful ocean waves rushed toward the beach, sending terrified people running for safety. Ferocious wind pressure burst through an open doorway, forcing people to slam the door shut instantly. Heavy landslide buried the ground in front of shocked onlookers during the day. Enormous rock crashed down from a mountain in India, blocking the road completely as witnesses fled. Powerful wind gusts knocked a biker off the street, forcing him to run for cover. Nighttime waves slammed against the dock, splashing high into the air beside a startled pedestrian. Dark floodwater slowly covered neighborhood streets under the glow of nightlights. Lightning struck the water near a moving boat, terrifying everyone on board. Lightning struck a nearby house while people danced outside. Violent windstorm ripped across a football field, pushing spectators to escape toward nearby buildings. Floodwater blocked and destroyed the road as people stood watching in disbelief.
Yeah. All right. Connor, come back further.
Huge tornado formed beside a building, spinning debris into the sky beneath dark clouds. Strong lake waves knocked people off their feet as they struggled to keep balance. High-pressure waves smashed against coastal rocks, launching water high into the sky. Large sheets of ice crashed into the water, sending freezing splashes everywhere.
Oh my God. Hey, here comes the water. Uh-oh.
Gigantic boulders broke loose from a rocky mountain, causing terrified spectators to run. plane crashed near the roadside in daylight, leaving passers-by frozen in shock. Tower bent and collapsed completely in front of workers during the day. Truck veered off the road and spilled its cargo across the street. Out-of-control car nearly struck a pedestrian who escaped at the last second. Torrents of muddy water rushed down from the mountain carrying pebbles and stones. Massive mixture of landslide and water-buried buildings across the mountain region. Night fire erupted inside a building and quickly spread across the area. Fighter jets performed a synchronized airshow formation that amazed the crowd. Rising water slowly flooded roads on the edge of the city. Massive explosions sent thick black smoke towering into the daytime sky. House suddenly sank into the ground when a massive sinkhole opened beneath it.